To another video from Gweilo 60. China is number one at so many things. So I went online and I have it on my phone. I'm going to be reading some of it today just for the fact that I can't remember all of this stuff. Jesus, I'm an old man. Anyway, China's number one in a lot of things. And the United States is number one in a lot of things also. So I'm sort of going to be going back and forth and telling you, and then after this video is done, maybe in the comment section, let me know which place you would rather be in, living in, from which place you would be more proud of. Okay, let's get started. China is number one in population, everybody knows that. They have the most cell phones, they have the most internet, people hooked up to the internet. They have the numbers, they have the largest military force, servicemen in the world, in China here. So when you think that the American Army's bigger, no, they're number one in spending, military spending. The United States is number one in military bases around the world. You know, they're number one in bombing, killing, starting wars. They're number one in all of those things, but they don't have the biggest troop count in the world. So it just goes to figure that China has the biggest workforce in the world too. Not only that, but they have the most cars on the road. But you know, China makes the most cars in the world, and they're starting to get into making their own vehicles too, which some of them are good, some of them are bad. There's a full array from the Wulin van up to the Lincoln Company, and some, as I say, some are good and some are bad. This one's a little bit confusing. China has the biggest GDP in the world with purchase power parity. The United States, if you go dollar for dollar, has the biggest GDP in the world. But they can't buy as much as a Chinese person can with the same dollars. So really, the Chinese people are living a better life, a richer life than the United States people, because they're making more money. You know what I mean? The country is pulling in more cash, GDP, than the United States for the purchasing power parity. And everybody knows that China has the biggest manufacturing exports in the world at over 2 trillion a year. You know, China carries 3 trillion in foreign exchange. 3 trillion in foreign exchange. They've got over a trillion American, I think it's 1.1 trillion American dollars in their kitty. Oh yeah, you gotta love that. Okay, for this part, I'm gonna just read this because I can't remember all of it. They're number one in renewable energy production. They've got number one in aluminum, gold, motor vehicles, shipbuilding, solar panels, steel, tin, wind turbines, zinc, and I just took some of these off the internet. Like they've got the most troops. I already told you about that. Most frigates. They've got the biggest high-speed rail system in the world. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. They've got the number one in building construction. Oh, everybody knows that too. Not only that, but they're number one in roads, subways, airports, number one in the world in they're number one in the world in the highest carbon dioxide emissions. That's not a good one. But if you break it down per capita, because they got 1.4 billion people and the United States doesn't, the United States actually puts out more than double the carbon dioxide per person than the Chinese do. So who's the worst person there, or worst country there? I'll leave that up to you. You know, China, as they're the largest developer of green energy, with wind turbines and solar panels and stuff, they're moving in the right direction. They're not there yet, not by a long shot, but they will get there. You just wait and see. These guys, they're innovative and they're working hard. Actually, in about a week and a half, I'm going to be in the East China Sea at the largest offshore wind turbine farm in all of Asia. We're going to be fishing in the East China Sea here in about a week and a half too. On Sunday, I'm off to Gansu, just up by Xinjiang. It's going to be colder than a witch's tit there, guys. I'm telling you, we were looking, actually where we're going there, we were looking at the weather, and it's going down to +1, +2 at night, and up to maybe 13 in the daytime. Damn, and it's like 35 degrees here. So that's going to be a big change for me. Anyway, back to the number one thing. China's number one in fruit and vegetable production, garlic production, honey production, wheat, potatoes, well, rice of course, peanuts and peaches and onions and lettuce. It seems like all agricultural products, China's number one at. Except for rapeseed. We call it canola because rapeseed doesn't sound right. They're number two in canola production. I think Canada might be number one, or could be Russia. I don't know. I never looked. That's because China uses just about every inch of their land. Even the mountains, they put toilet paper trees on the mountains. And what are toilet paper? Well, everybody knows. It's the trees that you make toilet paper out of. It's everywhere in Guangxi Autonomous Region. Yeah, they even use the mountains for that. Okay, where am I here? Okay, so you wonder how China could be number one in all of these things and still be a developing country. Innovation, working hard, and moving in the right direction, I guess is what it is. Okay, and now let's get into some of the things that the United States is number one at. And I just Googled this. I Googled what's China number one at, and Googled what is the United States number one in. And the first one came up, you just saw me reading it. The second one came up on the United States, and it just wasn't a rosy picture. They've got the number one in most incarcerated people in the world. Number one in most incarcerated people in the world. The UK and the United States are tied at number one for most hours per person watching TV per day. There's something to be proud of. Oh my God, guys, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus. Pop, chips, candy, gum, watch TV. Yeah, you're getting a good education there. They've got the highest rate of illegal drug use in the world. The United States has the highest rate of illegal drug use in the world. Something to be proud of. They got more car thefts in the United States than anywhere else in the world. There's more reported rapes in the United States than anywhere else in the world, and there's more murders in the United States than anywhere else in the world. Sounds like a free country. They have, but then again, see, they have more police officers in the United States than anywhere else in the world too. I'd like to stop this video for a moment and turn the camera around and show you one of these birds that don't exist. The size of the beak on that boy, eh? Hey buddy, how you doing? See the blue on his back? Wow, how pretty. The United States is number one in healthcare costs. More of their GDP percentage goes to healthcare costs than anywhere else in the world. Okay, what's next? Pharmaceutical drugs. More people are on pharmaceutical drugs in the United States than anywhere else in the world. Oh God, more women in the United States are on antidepressants than anywhere else in the world. Like, fuck, this sounds like a horror story. This sounds like a horror story. Like, Jesus, what's going on? The most student loan debt in the world, the highest level of student loan debt in the world is in the United States. 89%, get this, 89% of all the pornography that goes out in the world is made and produced in the United States. There goes to show the character of that country, eh? Oh God, you guys. Okay. The USA spends more on the military, on their military, than China, Russia, Japan, and NATO combined. Oh, most military bases, most complex tax system, largest national debt. I thought this was pretty neat. They have the largest national debt in the world. And it goes up at 40,000 American dollars per second. $40,000 a second. 40 grand, 40 grand, 40 grand, 40 grand, 40. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit. It's not all bad. They've got more cat and dog owners than anywhere else in the world. That's a good thing. People that care for animals have something good about them. So there's good people in the United States too. Go figure. They raise more beef. They make more cheese. Natural gas output, they're the largest in the world. So, you know, they do have, but then they have the largest cosmetic surgery numbers in the world too. Oh, yeah, okay. Most fast food restaurants in the world. More people eating fast food in the United States than anywhere else in the world. Maybe that's why they're so big. You know what I mean? So I'll stop it there. It just goes on and on and on. But the thing is, where would you rather live? Where would you rather say you're from, and where would you rather tell people that you're from? The United States, and read out all those number ones that you're so proud of, or China, a developing country, a beautiful developing country, mind you, and tell people all of the good things that are happening in your world. They've got, they're producing more engineers, they're producing more supercomputers, they've got more nuclear plants in construction right now than basically the rest of the world put together. They're basically moving ahead of everybody in the world here in China at breakneck speed, and all across Asia, everything is getting better. And in places like the United States and Canada and Great Britain and Australia and stuff, it's getting worse. Those imperialist countries are in a decline. So that's a question for today. Where would you be more proud of? I know I'm proud of Canada. Canada isn't as bad as the United States when it comes to all of this number one shit. But I'm also proud of my wife's country, China, that it has excelled over the last 20 years to become what it is here today. And I don't care how much anti-China rhetoric is out there on the mainstream media, from the politicians and from the YouTubers and all of these other people that really don't know what China's about. I really don't care, because I see the real China. I live here. I see the smiles on the children's faces. I see the old people in the parks. I see people having a better life today than yesterday. Next year, they expect to have a better life than this year. And this has been going on for 18 years as I've been living in China. So anyway, China number one. That's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Push that share button. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to resubscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell. And as always, don't forget to put a couple bucks in the children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. Thanks for watching from Nanning, China. Peace out. Bye now.